Shalom, family. It's good to see you all. I have an update on Sasha that came out yesterday. All right. Okay. So I hope everybody is doing well. Stay cool if you're in any location that have a heat wave. So, we're approaching July, so it's about to get hot all over. And we know we're already kicking off the hurricane season. So it's definitely going to be an interesting year. Okay. Just pull that up. Hmm. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Just check something first. Yeah, that's okay. You can see that. All right. Shalom, family. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Shalom to everybody. Thank you. All right, let's get started, everybody. All right, so this came out in The Guardian, ladies and gentlemen, and the 4 suspects pled not guilty in her shooting. You know, some were teens and some were adults. All right, so Sasha Johnson shooting, 4 accused expected to plead not guilty. So they have lawyers and everything, and so the 4 men charged over the shooting of the Black Lives Matter activist Sasha Johnson at a birthday party in South London have indicated not guilty pleas. Johnson was left in a critical condition in hospital after being shot in the head during a silent disco in the garden of a house on Consort Road in Peckham just before 3 a.m. on Sunday, May 23rd. On Friday, 4 men appeared before Judge Mark Lucraft, QC, at the Old Bailey by video link from Belmarsh Jail. Prince Dixon, 25, of Gravesend, Kent. Troy Reed, 19, of Southwark. Cameron DeRiggs, 18, of Lewisham. And Devontae Brown, 18, of Southwark. And all are charged with conspiracy to murder. During the hearing, the defendants spoke only to confirm their identities. Lawyers representing the men indicated they would deny the charge against them, although no formal pleas were entered. Lucraft set a further case management hearing for the 5th of November at the Old Bailey. The judge suggests that a date for a 6-week trial would be fixed at the next hearing, He said the court would try to get the earliest possible trial date. He also indicated the case would be heard either by one of the two most senior Old Bailey judges or by a high court judge. The defendants were remanded into custody. Johnson, 27, was a founding member. So she is a founding member of the Taking the Initiative Party and was a prominent figure in the Black Lives Matter movement last summer. The police have said previously they do not believe she was the intended target of the shooting. So they pled not guilty, and they're anticipating a trial that will last 6 weeks. The only thing I don't like about this article, ladies and gentlemen, they don't tell us about her condition. We don't know how she's doing. We don't know if she's still in the hospital or home. You know, with a head injury, she could easily still be in the hospital. So we don't know how she's doing. It does not indicate anything in the article. So we'll see what happens. You know, I hope she continues to pull through. What a terrible thing to happen. I heard she has, I believe, 3 children. And I know she was a restaurant owner, you know, and you kind of wonder what's going on with everything. I hope her children are okay. And maybe she got someone to, you know, continue to keep her restaurant open. Who knows? We can only speculate because we're not hearing too much of anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's where it stands. Wow. You know, and she's so young. I just hope she's able to get back to normal, but we don't know. We have no clue. Yeah, I hope her kids are okay too. You know, but this is where it stands. Well, this is the first day of our heat wave. I know some people were like, that's a heat wave, 90. Yeah, for us, that's a heat wave. If we're 90 or above on the Northeast, that is considered a heat wave. Now, I do know, like Washington State and Oregon, y'all are in triple digits up and down the West Coast. So, yeah, 104, 100. Yeah, we get to those temperatures too. But for us, if it's 2 days or more of 90 degrees or higher, that is considered a heat wave on, you know, the northeastern part of the United States. Yeah, you're right, Lady D. A regular day in Florida. Shoot, I remember probably last year because it was just before the lockdown. I was talking to my uncle in Florida and they were already in February hitting 95 degrees last year. Okay, that was February. And I remember talking to him and he was telling me on the phone it was hot as hell in Florida. And I was like, February? Y'all reached those temperatures in February? He said, yeah. Yeah, we can hit in the upper 80s and 90s in February. So, yeah, that's the way it is. Florida is sinking. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. I mean, when you look at Florida on the map, it's surrounded in water. It's almost like it's practically an island. You know, Florida has 20,000. Let me go back and look at that. Michael wrote, Florida has 20,000 sinkholes in the state. Yeah. And you know what? In this time of the year is when it happens the most. You know, when we get out of spring and enter into the summer, you'll see a lot of sinkholes occurring, especially, during the warmer months. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a big thing that happens too when you get out of the winter into the warmer climate or water main breaks. And that is a notorious thing to occur, especially if you have a super cold winter. When you get into the spring, man, them water mains be breaking everywhere. You're dealing in double digits. Join the club. We're in Texas dealing with double digits every year. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all be roasting in Texas. That is the truth. Yeah. There's a couple of states. I know Louisiana's also below sea level. Florida below sea level. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And and even my state, we're not below sea level, but we're a coastal state, just like Florida. We're right there bordering the water. We only got states on one side, and on the other side, we got the ocean. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it takes a long time for the temperatures to come down. I remember when I was growing up, sometimes it would be 11 o'clock at night and we would still be in the 90s. I remember that occurring many times when I was growing up. Hmm. I mean, look, what can you do other than keep the AC on and stay as cool as possible? There's really nothing else you can do when the temperatures are like this for so many days in a row. So for us, it starts Sunday and it ends on Friday. And not unless, Saturday just happens to pop up in the 90s, but that's how long our heat wave is going to go on. Yeah, we've had nighttime temperatures in the 90s here, Michael. We sure have. Yeah, it's not very comfortable, and I can imagine if you don't have air conditioning. Y'all, when I was growing up in the city of Philadelphia, it would be so hot because I lived in a row home, those brick row homes, and many of you are familiar with that. Those homes are like an oven in the summer because you really don't have windows on the side of you. There's houses all connected to each other. So all you got are windows in the front of the house and in the back of the house, which some of you in the South call a shotgun house. You only got windows in the front and the back. There's no windows on the side. And people would literally sleep on their front porch, y'all, when I was growing up. That's how hot it would get. People would get on them gliders and sit in the chairs and just go to sleep and stay out there all night because it was too hot to sleep in the house. And see, and then you got that dark roof. It's all tar and everything on the top. It is too hot to be. I mean, it is way too hot to be in the house. If you had AC, you were okay. And my parents bought AC. It was only upstairs in the house, not downstairs. Downstairs, they use fans. But man, if it wasn't for that AC, we would have been roasting too. And for real. Denver. Yeah, y'all are from all over. Michael said he's from Philly, Atlantic City, Manhattan. Wow. Yeah, and even when I talk to people, especially people that are not from the East Coast, they're usually shocked at our summer temperatures. We get seriously hot. I remember one Labor Day weekend, we were in triple digits the entire Labor Day weekend. We were hitting over 100 degrees, even on Labor Day. We were, I think, 105. So people tend to think we don't get hot like that. We do. We go from one extreme to the next. We can go from a bitter cold winter to a roasting summer. We have AC units. We have one downstairs and we have a couple of them upstairs. So we're usually okay, you know, but I do feel for the people that don't have AC. There's still a lot of people in America that do not have an air conditioner. They got fans, but they have no air conditioner. And the ones that tend to be like that are elderly people. A lot of them will have fans, but no AC. hmm And in a case where you just don't have that, you just got to keep yourself hydrated. So, especially with ice water, just get a lot of ice water and drink it all throughout the day, especially if you don't have air. That will definitely cool down your body. And another thing, True Royal and I were talking about, and I was telling her to get some cooling blankets. If you don't know what that is, go over to Amazon and just type in cooling blanket, and it's going to bring up a whole bunch of them. Some of them are cheap and some of them can be quite expensive. Get some cooling blankets, especially for people that don't have AC. Get some, you may want to get it just to have it, especially sleeping at night on a hot summer day. But just go over there and get a couple of cooling blankets. And they call them that is because of the material they're made out of. And when they touch your skin, it feels cool. And you just put that over you, especially at night, to sleep. In fact, I just bought my son his second cooling blanket. It just came in the by Amazon today. This is the second one I bought him. I bought him his first one probably like around 2016, 2017. I got him his first cooling blanket. So this is the second one. Yes, just go over to Amazon and pull them up. Hold on, I'll pull it up. I'll share my screen again. Hold on one second. All right, let me see if I can pull it up. All right, let me share my screen. I got them up on the screen for y'all to see. But they're not that expensive and they really do feel cool when you have it wrapped around you. All right, y'all. All right, here we go. And they do come, I know a lot of them, they'll show you in gray, but they actually do come in different colors. So you can pick out the color you want. Here's one for $28.99. And, they will range depending on how big or small you need it. And they call these cooling blankets Arctic Chill. This one says, and they ship it overnight. Let me just, this one right here. And sometimes they tend to show you gray, but they do come in different colors depending on which one you pick out. Let's see this one. This is a queen size. Yeah, here go one right here. So you see the gray, blue. All right, that's a dark gray, purple. This is red and black, white, and steel gray. So you just have to look through to see what color you prefer and what size you like. You may want one extra big or you want the smallest one. It really depends on your budget, of course. But yeah, that's all you need to do is just type in cooling blankets and just look through each one. These are great, especially for somebody that does a lot of sweating at night. This certainly will help. It will help. And of course, they got high end ones. I've seen some even well over $100, and they're heavy, but they feel cool. Okay. So you may want like a throw blanket. Here's one that's a cooling throw blanket. Hmm. So it's nice and comfortable. I had one back in the day, but I haven't had one in years. In fact, I placed my order. My son's came today. Mine did not come yet. All right. Thank you, Willie Combs, for the super sticker. Thank you. Yeah, they're great for Evelyn. If you are having hot flashes, this is definitely going to help. It's definitely going to help. All of us are different. Some have them. I'm really weird. What I will do, I'll go through a period of having them, and then they will disappear for like 3 to 5 years and then come back gradually. But yes, the cooling blanket will definitely help you if you have hot flashes. I thank the Heavenly Father that mine were never severe, but I've had them before. I can't say that I never had one. It's really not the worst thing in the world. You know what else will help you, Evelyn? Get some black kosh. Black kosh. It's a supplement, and take that. If you take it faithfully every day, in about 3 weeks, your hot flashes will completely disappear. They will go away completely. But you got to be diligent in taking it. That's the thing. Don't forget to take it or anything. Just make sure for 3 weeks straight you take it like clockwork, and it usually will go away by then. I mean, we as women, man, we go through so much. we go through so much as women. It's not even funny. Yeah, everybody definitely is different. Simply I'm sorry, Sandra. Everybody is definitely different. Some women get it severely, and some just have like a mild episode of it. And that's what I had. And usually I'll have it just for a small period of time. It's mild, and then it will completely go away. And I won't see or feel it for like the next 3 to 5 years. And then it'll just gradually pop up again. So I don't know. I don't know if every 3 to 5 years I'm going through hormone changes. That's why it happens that way for me. I don't know. But it's been like that, I would say, since my 40s. It'll come and then it'll disappear for a few years and I won't feel nothing. I'm in that stage right now where it has disappeared. So I probably won't feel anything at least for the next 3 to 5 years. But yeah, try black kosh. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things happen. When I talk to my aunts on my mother's side, they said one, she is getting more yeast infections now that she's getting older. She said she hardly had them when she was young, but now that she's getting older, she's getting that more. So I was talking to her about things that she can do about that. But it just seems like, like I said, it seems like we go through hell sometimes. Yeah, yeah. And if y'all get the cooling blankets, just let me know when you get it and what you think, you know? But, especially if you got family members and they live alone and they really don't have air, it might be a perfect gift for them. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this live stream. Thank you so much for coming. We'll definitely do this again. There are so many things to talk about these days. It's not even funny. So, oh yeah, if you got a pool in the backyard, definitely get in that pool. I tell you what, if I didn't have nothing else and I could cool myself off that way, I would. Do you know, before we go, when my son was little, we don't live far from Sesame Place and the zoo and, and a lot of different amusement parks here in New Jersey that would be around. We didn't live far. We have Dorney Park, Six Flags. On a 90-degree day or hotter, we would get in the car and just be in the water all day or get on the water rides all day. And you seriously would not feel the heat. We would just sit in the different pools now Sesame Place, they have pools according to the child's age. So they'll have a pool for 0 to 2-year-olds. And then they have pools for more, older children and adults. And we would get in there and I'm telling you, it would be so many people in there. It's not even funny. And we would get in there and just sit. I would just sit in there. I would just sit in the water. And my husband and son, they would be playing and roughhousing all in the water. And next thing you know, it would hit the 90s. And because you got that water all over you, you feel nothing. You don't feel nothing. I would definitely be in the pool, even if I can't do nothing but just sit. I would be in there, or on a floating raft. I would be in there because that will definitely keep you cool. Thank you so much, R. Lee, for the super chat. And thank you. Thank you for that. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I'm very humble about reaching 100K. Trust me, I'm very humble about that. I am not bragging by any means. I don't take it for granted. I thank all of you because you are really, truly the ones that made that happen. I certainly didn't do it by myself. So everybody, please, please enjoy the rest of your day. Hold on. I just saw something that caught my eye. Betty, we have people here dying after they got the vaccine. Yeah, many of them are. That vaccine is not going to do anything up against this Delta strain that they have out, but they're going to continue to lie about that and say it does, but that's not true. Just look at India. India said they had less COVID in their country when they didn't have the vaccine than when they did have it. They said once they start giving the vaccine out, they had uncontrollable COVID. So, America is a very delusional place, and they like to believe in fake shit. That's why it's not worth your while to follow these people. They're silly. And if everything don't go their way, they want to believe in all kinds of phony mess. I don't have time for that. That's children crap. I don't have time for that. I just leave them alone, and I just continue to read and keep myself up to date on, online. YouTube not allowing those videos, that's not going to stop me from going out there and reading about it. Please get real. Thank you, Unicorn. So everybody, enjoy your day and take care and stay cool if you're going through the heat wave. And if you're not, you're probably the luckiest people in America right now. Shalom, family.